Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week so far. Super excited. Let's see. We have, hi, Miss Katie. How are you, love? It's great. And hello, Lori. Nice to see you, love. Anybody else having a pretty crazy retrograde week? Yeah. Are you enjoying the effects of it? Hello, love. How are you? Nice to see you. Excellent. Excellent. So, as customary, I'm going to do all of my readings tonight. But before we begin, I actually had a couple of people that were asking me retrograde questions. So, I was going to answer them. Hello, Anna. How are you, love? Most definitely. I know, right? It definitely hit a lot of people. Hello, Tracy. Hello, how are you? Super excited to have you join me. So I'm going to not mess this up completely. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about retrograde to get some people just a little bit of the information that I think is going to be helpful. I have no idea what this computer is doing right now. Part of retrograde for sure. So if you know nothing about retrograde, it actually retrograde, think of the RE in that, because that's the energy that it brings is review and revisiting and resistance. And retrograde is the time to learn to let go of resistance. Surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, I guess, it depends on how you look at that. Retrograde is the time when a lot of people come to realize what at least one of their soul lessons are. And this is going to be that repeated pattern in your life that seems to be a theme. You know, different characters, but the same plot line over and over again. It's actually very much like a broken record. I think that's the perfect metaphor. We simply can't continue forward until we address these particular lessons and we heal those within ourselves. That's the only way that our soul can move forward. And I was taught that there's like 4 stages or steps at which a soul's awareness is at within that particular lesson that they recognize within that particular lesson. So those steps or stages, the first one, and most, if not all these, people are aware of theirs, but they really don't recognize it as a soul lesson. They more so imagine it to be the inevitable human experience. The second step is where they're aware and they think about it pretty consistently and they're very open to learning how to heal, but secretly they hope they don't have to do anything. They don't have to take action. They don't have to change anything. And that's simply because they're just really not ready. And in that third step or stage, they're no longer in resistance. Where in the previous stages, they knew, but you couple that now with action to really make that shift. And to do the work that's really necessary to impact that change. And the fourth step, that's where they have to embrace and incorporate all the aspects in their life to such a degree that it doesn't cause pain, it doesn't cause problems whatsoever. They can see, feel, know, and experience all the benefits in every single aspect of their life, feeling more confident, and somewhat inspired by that shift. And they're able to gain more forwardness in their soul's progression. So, regardless of where you're at, or what step you're in, you know, rest in that knowledge that you are always at the perfect space, in the perfect place for you. The important thing is movement. That's the most important thing. Movement towards that final step, that ultimate destination, if you will. And keep in mind, life isn't a race, you know, your lessons, whatever they are, they're going to be incorporated when you're ready, when you're meant to. So please, please keep in mind, because I know we have a tendency, we're humans, we always compare. So we're looking at somebody else's journey and we're saying, oh, I wish, I want. And that's really coming from a place of lack. That's saying, I don't have, I'm not capable of. And that's complete and total BS, malarkey. You can, you will, and you shall when the time is right for you. And that is the most important thing to keep in mind. Retrograde really affects our communication, all types of communication, written, spoken, electronic. Definitely, you'll find travel plans change at the last moment. You'll find you'll go to text something to somebody and you'll go, shoot, it's the wrong person, or maybe I overspoke, or maybe I didn't say that in a way that I wanted to present it. So just be very mindful, not only of yourself, but of other people's communication, and cut everybody some slack, just like you want them to cut you slack during this time. So I hope that that was very, very, very helpful for you. And now I'm going to, let's see, ask if anybody has any questions whatsoever regarding retrograde before I take any questions. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Hello, Paranormal Brew. How are you? Thanks for joining. And this is our lovely, if you see this lovely name up here, this is Christine Dennison. And she is our moderator. She works her butt off behind the scenes, posting and helping me out. Dustin, so glad. Thank you for joining, love. I appreciate it. Hello, Patricia. Let's see. Hello. Nice to have you join. So if you have any retrograde questions, post them now. Let's see. Okay. All right. If you don't have any retrograde questions, then we can move on. And I am open to take any questions whatsoever that you may have. Feel free to join me. I am sorry. I keep clearing my throat. Feel free to join me in the studio. That would be fantastic. Let's see. I have a question for my eldest son. Was wondering if he has a message from his dad. He's been going through a lot and feel that he needs to hear this. I'm just connecting, just so you know, I didn't zone out. I do have a gentleman here. Hmm. The gentleman that I have here, number one, he would have never have believed that there was that mediums were a real thing. Um, it wasn't an avenue that he believed existed. He certainly would have never visited one in life. Um, so the gentleman that I have here, he's kind of stocky built, and I always point out distinguishing characteristics to help pinpoint who they are. So he has kind of a larger nose that distinguishes him more so to me. An oval face. And do you know what a widow's peak is, where the hair goes back a little bit? He has that, not super prominent, but enough. Does that sound like your son's father to you? So before I go any further, Miss Katie, never did believe. We always talked about it though. Good. Okay. Yes, that does sound like him. Good. Okay. And I'm smelling peppermint. So I think he had a fondness for peppermint candy. Um, like the little peppermint candy. I'm smelling that. Um, I know that's kind of odd, but that's the first thing that comes forward. Um, he was definitely a hardworking person. I think he had a very tough upbringing, very tough. I feel like his family ruled with, like his father ruled with an iron fist. Um, like what I say goes. And I think there was a lot of financial struggle. Um, and he saw that, and he endeavored to never end up that way. And he wanted better in a lot of aspects for his son. You know, I'm telling him, he's talking about his shortcomings emotionally. He's talking about his shortcomings being there physically, just because of his, um, I don't want to say obsession, but his, you know, worldview in regards to financial provisions. He put that above spending time. He put that above everything, really. He was just so concerned that he would follow those patterns that he was raised on. And he did not want to go down that road. And he wasn't like a super big talker either. I feel like he was very pleasant in that regard. It wasn't that he wasn't pleasant to speak to, but he just wasn't somebody who would, just bare their soul and talk about feelings and emotions. It wasn't his jam. But he was very, very, very proud of his son. Um, and I know this is going to sound weird, but he's like doing this, like he's pumping his fist. He's like, yeah. And I feel that was the expression that he had, that he was having a son. That was his expression, like, yes, that's what he wanted. A lot of pride, a lot of joy, but there is also the regret of not being there physically more, not being as present and emotionally present as he would have wished. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, I feel that the reason, there is him experiencing that right now is his inability to express as well. I think that's why his dad is bringing this up right now. And, that there's a reason why talk therapy is effective. It's because you're talking about it and you're expressing it and you're releasing it. So I believe that your son is experiencing that right now because he has no way to effectively vent his emotions in a safe way and true way. Because we can give bits and pieces, but that doesn't mean that we're, being completely vulnerable. And I want to say the last 2 days, from what he's saying, the last 2 days have been incredibly challenging for him. And I don't know if you can post in the comments, but if you can let me know if that makes sense to you, because he's saying the last 2 days have been incredibly hard. Okay. Yeah, so please just know that he is okay. You just posted something. Sorry. Not sure because he keeps everything to himself. Yeah. And I think that's just reiterating what I was saying. But he is there. He obviously is supportive. You don't need me or anybody else to know that he's there, that he's keeping watch, that he loves, profoundly loves. And, this will pass. It's not forevermore, it's for a time. But this will pass. This is exactly what he's saying. Um, and I feel like there's been episodes of when his depression is a little bit more noticeable, and then it recedes. And You have to just give him a little bit of time, honey. Just give him a little time. I hope that that was helpful for you, though. And I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we have. Oh, thank you, Stuart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to scroll back through here to see. Okay, let's see. Would love to hear something from my mother-in-law. She is also Dom's grandmother. Okay. Do I know Dom? Okay, would love to hear something from my mother-in-law. Okay. Okay. So I have a lady that is here. You can let me know if this is the mother-in-law or not. I am rather, I'm 5'7", and she is much shorter than me. She is showing me a kitchen sink. I know that sounds totally silly, but she's showing me a kitchen sink, and it's just like overflowing with dishes. Like it's just full to the brim. And she's going busy, 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 too busy. Gosh, I could tell you 150 things. So she likes to talk. She is definitely a talker. I'm trying to see from BB3. Okay. I'm like, Dom, who is Dom? Thank you. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Okay. I just read so many people, so names don't really stick very, very well. Okay. Yeah, so she's showing me a kitchen sink, and she's talking about being extremely busy. I know that you were asking if it's a message for you, but I think once you said Dom, it was like everything is being directed to him, to be honest with you. I don't even understand. I'm sorry. Can you give me just a moment, please? Okay. Put that. I have to gather myself here. Get out of my head for a minute. Okay. So the lady that I have here, she had brown hair. And it was super, just beautiful hair to begin with. She wasn't formally educated, but I think she was quite smart. And I also feel that a lot of people came to her for advice. I think that she enjoyed kind of the moment of spilling the tea. She definitely enjoyed that. Um, I think she was genuinely I think she was very compassionate and very caring. But, here we have the theme of the night. I think she too struggled um, with expressing herself. She was so busy, just trying to make everybody else comfortable and happy. And she wanted everybody to be at peace. And a lot of times by doing that, it put her not at peace. Does this make sense to you, Patricia? Let me see. I'm trying to see if she. There's such a delayed on this. Okay, well, hopefully you're getting this information. Let's see. She's talking about smoking too, like smoking way too much. Oh, here we go. Okay, she was always cleaning and walked behind you with a dust rag. Dom was the light of her life. Yes, it makes sense. Good. She never smoked. She is talking about smoking way too much. And I don't know if that's you or Dom. Not really sure. Hold on for just a second. Yeah, I'm not getting a clear read. She's just smoking too much. So I don't know if you can pass that on or if you can take that or not. No idea. Oh my God, are you talking about me? That's so funny. I'm so sorry. That is so hilarious. I'm so sorry. That's great. I'm like, who is this? Is this her? Is this him? That's great. Okay. I appreciate it. Okay. Well, I hope that was helpful for you, love. Um, and I know it seems like it's just rote, like it's the same thing, But again, and that's because I believe it and I want everybody to know it. You don't need me. You don't need anybody else. If you want to connect with her, if you want to talk to her, talk to her. She's there. Call upon her and she's there. Ask for signs, ask for, her to give you a sign that she is present, and she will. I really hope that this was helpful for you. It's so difficult when we're doing text because there's like this delayed thing. So, yeah, if you have any specific question or anything, come up here and join me live, and that would be fantastic. But I hope that was helpful. I will take literally a 1-minute break and to thank my sponsors. So if you can hold on for just 1 minute, and I will be right back. Thank you. Thank you for being patient and waiting. I appreciate you. And thanks to my sponsors. Does anybody, let's go through here. I love you, Miss Katie. You're so wonderful. Let's see. Okay. It looks like, did I get Penny? Let me see. I'm wondering if my mom, Mary, has any messages for me or my spirit guides at this time. Okay. Okay, so I've got a couple of things. So I do have a lady here. She was very particular about how she looked when she went out. And I mean, I don't care if she was going to the grocery store or where it was. She always took time to make herself presentable before she went out, what she considered presentable. She had very delicate hands, very small hands. Like her ring size would have been like maybe a 6 or a 7. She had small, to me, they appear to be very small, delicate fingers. And she's pointing to a ring on her finger. Does this sound like your mom, Penny? If you can just leave me a comment here. And while I'm waiting, I'm just going to give you some more information. I feel like she had some circulation problems, and also some difficulty with her hearing. Possibly, I mean, these circulation problems lead me to believe possibly even like a mild stroke or something, but pretty significant circulation more than anything. Like my feet are bothering me. So, okay, sounds like your grandma. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I feel like she would like hum when she did any housework whatsoever. She would like like she would hum to herself when she was doing housework. And I also feel like she was definitely an optimistic woman. And I think that's just because she had so many um, challenging times in her life that she had been through the cycle enough to know that it's not going to stick around and things will get better. Um, yeah, I feel that's really cool. Um, she loved to garden. I'm not sure what questions that you have for her. That's what makes this so difficult. Um, when we're doing this through the texting rather than if somebody is here and I can talk back and forth. Um, she's talking about some challenges that are happening right now um, for you in particular, um, where you feel kind of not quite sure what the next step is or the next phase is of what you want to personally do. And I'm not getting a sense of everything is super horrible. I'm getting a sense of like monotony and boredom and okay, what's next? Or like there's got to be more to life than just this. Um, and I feel like this restlessness that you're experiencing, um, she is absolutely um, present more than you may realize. Uh, and you're just going to have to bear with me, and please respond in the comments. So, um, I know that you're at least getting this, but I feel like she's in the car with you. I feel like I know of all places, but I feel her that she's in the car with you. And I don't know if you are speaking to her in the car or what it is, but there's something about being in the car with you that she's bringing it, at that time. Okay, here I say that I am 70 and I'm still working. That's awesome. That's great though. Um, yeah. So there's something about this car, honey. I feel like either you're talking to her in the car or something, or she's with you, but there's something about being in the car that is significant that she is just reiterating over and over. And typically, when that happens, it's something of great importance that she wants to make sure that you know that. So I want to make sure to relay that. Yeah, I just find her to be such a really optimistic person, and know that that there's ebbs and flows to life, and if you're looking for something um to move you forward, to make you feel like getting that breath of new life, seek it out, gain it, find it, make it your own. um so I hope that that was helpful for you. Yeah. And I'm saying this, not her, but I always say this. This is our playground. Enjoy it. Enjoy it 110%. She has always been that way. I do talk to her. Good, good, good. Yeah, because she's talking about that car, man. She's talking about it. So that's cool. Okay, let me scroll back and see other comments here. Um, Okay, this just says Facebook user. So I don't know who you are, but if you want me to connect to your mom, give me your name or come on here or let me know. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Okay. Hello, Miss Julie. How are you, love? I have both and I will try it. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else? Could it be my mom, Jennifer? Okay, that was Jennifer. Jennifer, if you're on here, just put in the comments or something, and I will connect to your mom. And I'm waiting. Let's see. Hi, not feeling good. Let's see. Not feeling good since yesterday, but have to work this week. Not working. Okay. Hello, Miss Laura. How are you, love? Oh, this is In true retrograde fashion, I meant to push the button. Well, there's the link, everyone. Just got home from work. Well, thanks for joining. So if anybody has any questions, I have a few more minutes. I'm happy to bring somebody in for you or to answer any questions that you have. 2 more long days. Yeah. Fantastic. Do you feel drawn to me? Honey, if you want a question, I'll answer it. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. So any question that you have, just write it in the comments, or you can join me up in StreamYard, and I'm happy to answer them. Okay. Okay, good. I'll await. I'm waiting for Miss Julie. Let's see. Okay. Here is looking to hear from my friend Laura. We lost touch and she passed and I didn't get to say goodbye. Okay. So your friend Laura. Stuart, I see you in the stream and I'll be right with you. Let me see. Julie. Friend Laura. Does Laura have long brown hair? With like a curl at the end, like really full, beautiful, thick hair. And like almond eyes, beautiful eyes, actually. Just comment in the, just type in the comments, Laura, because I do have a woman here. She's been here, actually. I'm just waiting for someone to say that this is their loved one. She's been here for a minute. I'm waiting for that. Okay. Okay. Sounds like my BFF's daughter. She was 15 when she passed. Okay. So she has been here the entire time. I'm just waiting for somebody to claim her as their loved one. Okay. Obviously, I mean, this goes without saying, obviously went way before her time. There was a lot of things that she wanted. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of discrepancy when she died. There was a lot of arguments amongst family members. The support structure just completely crumbled. Let me see. Is she commenting? Yes. And she's shaking her head and she's like, there is nothing anyone could have done. Nothing anyone could have done. Nothing would have changed the outcome. And she's literally going, I'm happy now. I'm happy. Let's see. Her grandmother couldn't handle it and wasn't there for her mom. Okay. And she is literally putting her hand on her chest and she's going, I am happy now. being very demonstrative with that, where she really I think she struggled with that in life. And I think she also she knew there was afterlife. I know you already know this, but she knew there was an afterlife, but she didn't know. She didn't know the extent of it. And she's at peace. She's very happy. What did she put? LOL. Yep. Okay. Okay. If you could pass on that message to mom, that would be fabulous. That would be very fabulous. And thank you for being the go-between. Because I'm telling you, she has been here waiting. So that's how important it is. That's how important it was for you to be here and to allow that, to be that connection. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, let me get Stuart up here. Hello, love. How are you? Can you hear me?
Hi, Charlie. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good, good. Yes. How can I help you?
Well, my original question was, did you feel any of my family spirits around me? But there's a part two to it.
Okay. Do I feel any family spirits around you? You have a gentleman who would have passed when he was late 60s. I think it was 67 he passed. He had a beard, but it wasn't like yours. It was very, very short to the face. 67. He was actually pretty healthy when he passed. It was very sudden. There was no, like, he was sick over a period of time. It was very sudden. He was pretty healthy considering his age. He was pretty healthy, healthier than my father, who's in his 70s. So he was pretty healthy.
Could be my brother.
Okay. Okay. So
The part two is, I just got my motorcycle back. He was mid to late 60s.
okay. Yeah, I'm getting 67. That's what I'm getting.
He passed in 2015.
Okay.
My brother wasn't 67, and I know no one else with a beard. If he had red hair, it'd be my grandfather.
No.
On my paternal side, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the second portion of it was, I've been planning a trip on my motorcycle, which I just got back, to go up to Virginia, and every little thing's going wrong. I was wondering if someone's trying to keep me off that bike.
Okay. Can I ask you, does the name David mean something to you?
We're not making the trip.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm not getting all.
Okay. So I'm hearing
David?
the name. David, yes.
No, David that I know of.
Okay, so I have a gentleman here, 67 years old. The name is David. Short beard. Don't think of family, think of also friends, colleagues, people that you have come into contact with. Healthy. He was like super healthy
No,
for his age. And then it was a very sudden passing. I feel like I'm actually feeling like this was a car accident.
no.
Okay. I don't know. I'm going to write this down. David.
Okay. I have no knowledge of anything like that. Anyone like
Okay.
that.
That's fine. That's fine.
The only David I know is a relative is David Leeds way back.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, I have a David who's 67.
Okay, we're stopped.
and car accident. So if it's somebody, I don't know, talk to your family, but it's pretty adamant. He definitely is either
I have very
somehow
little
he's
family
connected
left.
with you.
I'm
Pardon
the
me?
patriarch, oddly enough.
So as far as your vehicle goes, your motorcycle, do I think that there's anything preventing you from going?
Sorry, I'm out in the woods and it's
Yeah, there's like a delayed. That's okay. Um yeah, I do think that there is. Yeah, you've been getting signs, a lot of signs not to take that trip. Multiple signs. And I still feel like this is belonging. Okay. So let's see. This is Tracy. Tracy, don't go anywhere because I'm going to get to you, okay? So I do feel like there's been multiple signs for you not to take the trip.
perfect.
And this has been ongoing.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah. I hope that was helpful. I think the communication between here, the back and forth, losing the signal, I don't know. I have no idea. Can you hear me? I do not know.
Pardon?
Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, I do. It's getting there.
Okay.
More and more every day.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good night. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, love. Okay. Communication, you gotta love retrograde. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, so I have a Tracy. This is Tracy, who was killed by a drunk driver. who said that she has a friend named Dave who was born around 67. He passed in a motorcycle accident suddenly years ago. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure, but I have a gentleman, 67. You're saying he was born in 67. Yeah. So let me connect with Dave and I'll give you more information. Okay. Because I am determined to bring Dave through. Okay. So this gentleman, he was absolutely a man's man. I feel like he did not mince words. He was very direct, very to the point. He said very few words, but the words he did use were very impactful. Um, I also feel like he was the kind of person when he walked into a room, um, he just had this air about him where everybody noticed him, partly because of his stature, but also just because of his personality. I think he was very protective of his family as well. And he loved a good beer and a good steak. Those are two things I can tell you for sure. So, okay. Does this sound? Yes. Okay. Muscular guy and a former Marine, totally beer and steak. Awesome, Julie. Thank you. My goodness. I appreciate that, love. Okay. Well, I am effectively 5 minutes over. Julie, did you have a question for him, honey? And Stuart, that's totally fine. No worries. I appreciate you taking the time to come on. And I appreciate you all sticking with me so much. I totally do. I'm going to go so others have a chance. No questions for him. Great. Thank you so much. I will see you all next week, same time, same place. And thank you so much for the opportunity to bring your loved ones forward so that you can connect with them. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.